Today, I'm going to tell you the first 5 things that you need to do to hit the ground running to be successful when you first start out as an IT project manager, whether it's your first project or your 50th. Once you've done these, you'll feel the project is under control. You'll feel less stressed and have the confidence that you know what's going on and how to manage it. And the final tip in this video will really empower you, so please make sure you watch it to the end to take advantage. When you first jump into a project, or perhaps you're pushed, like some, how do you ensure you land the right way up? Starting out on a project can often have that sinking feeling. Am I going to get this right? Will my company give me another project after this one? Am I going to stuff it up and look stupid? And then what? Well, I'm here to tell you as your mentor that you can easily take control. You've got this. When you first start a project, it's likely it is already well underway. It may even be a troubled project. Let's face it, most of them are. You will no doubt have a level of anxiety about what you're about to get into, who is in your team, the business stakeholders. Maybe you don't have experience in infrastructure, or this is a new or different technology. So what do you do as the leader? Well, let's get started, assuming there is no transition from another project manager. And if there is, then simply cover it off with them. The first thing that you need to get a handle on is why the project is being undertaken. There is usually a burning platform. The technology is out of date. There may be new legislation being introduced, or it may be to reduce costs or introduce a new product, thereby increasing revenue due to a decline in other products. It will be aligned to a business strategy and can be found in the business case. Get your hands on that first. Knowing why you are doing this is going to help you to inspire and motivate and guide the team in all aspects of the project. It's so important. The next thing is to understand what, the high-level scope. That's really important because it's really understanding the priorities of the project. Think of the scope as your guardrails. There will be a business requirements document, or at the very least, a scope statement describing the project. Understand at a high level what is in scope and what is out of scope. Always think about the client and the benefit and impact to them. A budget has been allocated in the business case only for this scope, no more. If required, new scope can be considered through the formal raising of a change request. In agile projects, you'll often have epics and features, a backlog of user stories to deliver. Ask a business analyst or a product owner to walk you through the storyboard if there is one. This uses mock-ups to show the navigation through screens or user interfaces. And there may be a product roadmap or user story mapping, which is an approach to organizing and prioritizing user stories. Now, often there will be a high-level solution or a context diagram available. It may be an architecture impact assessment completed early on in the project. If you're new to the organization or the area, you may not be familiar with the systems that are mentioned in these architecture deliverables. The best way I find is to sit down with a solution architect and have them whiteboard the systems, drawing simple boxes and integration using connecting arrows to show how the systems relate to each other, what the systems actually do, and try to understand the current state. That's so important. Understand the as is, and then understand the to be state, which is a target or the future state. Review the project milestones and issues and risks. Now you know why the project is being undertaken, what is being built, that's the product, and how, the solution. It's time to review the key project milestones. Don't get into the detail just yet on the project schedule. Find the latest status report and review the milestones. Are you about to start testing, but you can see that the requirements are still unclear? When is the release date? Look for the issues and risks. Find the RAID log. Risk, actions, issues, dependencies, or decisions log. Is it detailed or fairly scant? That's really an early warning sign if you take over a project and there are a few issues and risks identified, so look out. If you can't find the RAID log, look for the latest status report to see what is actually being reported. What are the top 3 issues and risks? The highest priority or highest probability impact? Are mitigations in place? How urgent are the issues to be addressed or risks to be mitigated? What does the latest status report say? By now you should have a good handle on the key aspects of the project. Now, I haven't covered financials. This will often be the next area to start honing in on, but this can take some time to get across initially. Now you are much more prepared. You have enough detail to have meaningful discussions with senior stakeholders and the team. You should now be ready for my most important tip of all. Meet the project sponsor. Now he or she is the one paying for the project. They hold the purse strings. They provide the financial resources, and they also act as an escalation path and align the project to the business case. They also ensure organizational support. Now, if you can get any time with a project sponsor, that is fantastic because they are the ones funding the project and the ultimate one accountable for its success. Now, this may sometimes feel daunting, but believe me, you'll learn the most about the project, the real drivers, the key scope and potential issues from listening to them. Having done some pre-reading, you'll be in a position to ask intelligent questions and understand the names of systems and talk to the solution. Ask about the other stakeholders and what success looks like to those stakeholders, but even more importantly, what success looks like to the project sponsor. Now, having covered these 5 key tips on how to start your project right, you should have a very good handle on the project and be ready to take on your new challenge. Remember, the only way business can execute on their strategy is via projects. So the organization really wants you to succeed. So good luck. And hey, please don't forget, subscribe to my channel so you never miss the latest videos. And please give this a thumbs up if you found it helpful. I'd love to hear what you thought. So please go ahead and add your comments below to tell me what topics you'd like to hear more of, and I'll be sure to respond to you.